101. The curtain descends. After coming to Bombay, Pujya Shri became more and more quiet. He would be lost in thoughts. Supported by a pillow, he would sit in bed and stare at the ceiling for hours, without any conversation or complaint. On occasions when he chose to talk to doctors, the discussion would be mainly about India's social and economic conditions. He reminded us of the great Bhishma lying on the bed of arrows, or of Sri Krishna under a peepal tree reclining cross legged, waiting for the fatal piercing arrow to end it all. The condition of his health was synonymous with that of the nation. Famines in quick succession, floods, earthquake, political uncertainty, the division of the Congress, and all of these were impending calamity and gloom. Gurudev, too, watched on like Sri Krishna, with anguish at this ongoing strife. How can his bed be less painful than Bhishma's bed of arrows on the battlefield of the Mahabharata? Gradually and consistently, his stomach pains were increasing. Even two morsels of food or a sip of water made him breathless, and oxygen was required to be administered. Initially, an enema could clear his bowels, but gradually it lost efficacy. The entire body became skinny and emaciated. Doctors visited often and at 3 to 4 times a day. Even this terminal, painful, and incurable illness could not deprive him of his capacity to provide love, comfort, and solace to others. Hearing of his deteriorating health, Ramesh Bhaiya had come from Anantapur. Bidding him farewell, Gurudev said, "Now, because I would be soon gone, we shall never meet again. Come as soon as you hear the news on the radio. The body will be cremated immediately, so bring along the other 2 brothers to place wood on my funeral pyre. Do not grieve, because my mission will continue. Go, child, go and be happy." Ramesh Bhai could only say, "I will not go." On the 3rd day he got high fever. His body had never been so hot. On the 4th day there was swelling on the legs. He merely said with detachment, "This happens in the last days." On the Ram Navami day, in the morning, the stomach pain was unbearable. Yet, despite having such severe pain in consideration of the eagerly awaiting devotees, he came out for a few minutes, and while returning to his room, folded both his hands towards them, as though in final farewell. The next day, when Dr. Nathwani was trying to locate a vein to control his bellow-like breathing for administering an injection, he said, "Doctor, give up, you won't find the vein." Speaking thus in a muffled voice, Gurudev smiled. The doctor gave up. On the 11th day, he called Ram Bhai and said, "Listen, Ram, even if you are unable to take this body to Pushkar, do not cremate it in a public crematorium. Take it to any spot in the forest and perform the last rites, because the location of the last rites will continue to inspire seekers and sadhaks alike." On the 12th Tithi, the pain was unbearable. Yet when the doctors came, he lay there perfectly quiet, without uttering a single word. While getting up to go to Dr. Nathwani, he asked in a heavy voice, "Won't you please say something?" Pujya Shri explained with a sign, "Now I am giving up this body." Then, with folded hands, asked for forgiveness for having given so much trouble to all the doctors. Before Dr. Nathwani's departure, Gurudev turned his face towards the wall. On 19th April 1970, the 13th Tithi of the Chaitra Shuddhi, between 2 and 3 p.m., placing his right hand in Ram Bhai's hands, he said, "I am leaving, Ram," and closed his eyes forever. He lives, he wakes. His death is dead, not he. Mourn not for him. Jai Bhagwan.
Jai Bhagwan. Today we have reached the end of the book, My Gurudev. If we have made any mistakes while reading this book, we ask for Sri Gurudev's forgiveness.
We have learned a lot about the life of Pujya Sri Gurudev while reading this book, and it has been a very rewarding experience for us that we will treasure forever. We would like to extend our heartfelt gratitude to Damu Didi, who has always inspired the entire family and especially the younger generation with her experiences with Pujya Gurudev. We would also like to thank all the members of Sadguru World for giving us this wonderful opportunity. Now a bhajan will be presented. Shri Gurudev ke charnon mein pranam. Satguru Dev ki jai.
दर्शन के बिन निश दिन रोती हैं अखियाँ मेरी दर्शन के बिन निश दिन रोती हैं तुम बिन सुने दिन और रातें लंबी अखियाँ मेरी दर्शन के बिन निश दिन रोती हैं औरों को तो दर्शन देते हमसे औरों को तो दर्शन देते हमसे मुँह मोड़ा समदर्शी है नाम तो फिर हमको क्यों छोड़ा हम भी तेरी पूजा करते जो भी होती है तुम बिन सुने दिन और रातें लंबी होती हैं अखियाँ मेरी दर्शन के बिन निश दिन रोती हैं किससे कहूँ किससे कहूँ किससे कहूँ मैं दिल की बातें तुम भी पास नहीं विनती सुनकर आ जाओगे यह भी आस नहीं कर लो जितनी होगी तुमसे मेरी कसौटी है तुम बिन सुने दिन और रातें लंबी होती हैं अखियाँ मेरी दर्शन के बिन निश दिन रोती हैं दर्शन की क्या आस करूं मैं भेजी ना पाती दर्शन की क्या आस करूं मैं भेजी ना पाती
सर्वे सुखिनः सन्तु सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखमाप्नुयात्। जय भगवान।